just putting together a few videos for Tripping Sponge series, and as I do, want to explain a few things as I'm going along here about certain things. One of them is this moon art. Rick is on the Tripping Sponge series, and he's he's on the Tripping Sponge channel, I should say, and he's more interested in this. But I'm going to use it as a tool to show what not to do, and I want to talk about some of the cartooniness of what they did here with the colors and everything like that. It's unnecessary. I got all my moons laid out. These are all different photographs of the moon that different people took all over the earth, and I want to put them right up to each other because I noticed that, Rick, you were using the square charts and tables to match up the imagery, and that's fine. You can go ahead and do that, but I'll show you a few other tricks that are even more helpful than that. It's just you're gonna just be distracting yourself with that. I mean, you can go ahead and do it, because I don't want to try to send you down paths that I might not be going. Okay, I don't want to turn you off of paths that I'm not interested in, because what if you get something out of it? You know what I mean? So I don't want to say don't, like I do. I'm not wasting my time. So, but you can waste your time if you want. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. But as we go along and I see you doing certain things, I'm gonna just point them out to you. All right. So, it's a great opportunity to show them to everybody at the same time. All right. So this is that moon art that I'm showing you here. That Rick's going to be finding out some more information. He'll let us know as time goes on. But he's actually trying to email the artists or the people that are in charge of this artwork. What I'm going to point out is that, first of all, it's too cartoony. Second of all, who's determining where the cutoff marks are? Okay, they tried saying that this is two different cameras, one at the moon and one's picking up atmosphere. Okay, that's a trick right there in itself. That's a game. Because why to put them both together? Why overlap the atmosphere over the moon and then do art with it that way and making that claim? It's fucking silly. So the people that have done this is just fucking stupid right from the get-go as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so the one that I noticed was not part of the moon imagery right away when I started looking at this, because it all is. This, when you go deep down in, you will notice that the real imagery that the moon makes up, they did their own thing. So what I want to try to show you that, what I mean by that is, there is a feminine, large feminine image that comes up this way. This ends up being her corset or whatever, her corset. Right now you're seeing the eyes in here and the nose in it. I'm going to move it around once I got a free hand. And then there's going to be a canine here. You've heard me on other videos. Any of my subs know. They've heard me talk about this before. So I can, excuse me. I can turn the camera around for some better light. I'm just doing this because I'm going to bring you in here and show you something in a minute. All right, so I knew that was not imagery that was part of the moon. Now, how can I say that? Because when I come right in, all these dark areas that they're outlining to make up the face area, see how deep I can come in? See where they're cutting off colors? That's how I know they're lying, Rick. That's how I know he's full of shit. It's not the cameras that are fucking doing that are cutting out these colors. That image is purposeful. So it's not even the atmosphere. It's not even the atmosphere. It's just them fucking doing this to the imagery that's in the moon. Because they're going right over the imagery that's in the moon, you see? See the real imagery? That's all the faces that are in there? I mean, look at them all. It's fucking unbelievable. So they're hiding that by colorization of this and making this. Okay, so what I want to point out is, you can, all my series, I do these, and I will add some to the Tripping Sponge series when time is right. Right now I have to go back and use these in the Santos Bonacci series. What I do is, when the moon's nearly full and I can't really get in on the moon because there's too much cloud coverage, atmosphere. That's what this dude calls it. That's what he says. He says that's atmosphere. So what he's trying to say is the ones that are not part of the moon imagery, then he's going to blame that on atmosphere, or he's going to claim that it's atmosphere, and it's not anyway, because the real imagery, when you go down deep, is in there. They just colored it differently. And if he's going to try to say that those colors are the colors that was the atmosphere coming by, especially the blue, I mean, dead the nuts on the blue. I mean, we could go all over the fucking place and notice that they're doing that, though. When I come down to the edges like this and stuff like that, and I cut in, okay, see all the faces that are coming through as I'm turning it? I can point them out, I can put my cigarette down and point them out, but you get my meaning. So, what I'm telling you, Rick, is that these guys are all full of shit. They're all lying motherfuckers. So it's no use in talking to them. I mean, shit, man, they're going to either debate and argue right away the fact that they think that they're living on a fucking space ball. So if they're believing that they're on a space ball and that the moon is something, because, I mean, he had facts. He had supposedly... I'm going to punch on this. This is the moon at nighttime. I don't know how many minutes. Let's find out. 17-minute video. Got 23 measly views. No fucking likes on it. No one even, I don't even think that has any idea what they're even fucking looking at. All right. So what I'm going to do is, because it's nighttime video, I might turn up my darkness. Let me find out. Let's see. I'm going to move my thing around here. I'm going to pull my monitor up a little bit. I gotta get rid of some of this glare going on around me. And then we're gonna come right down here in the fucking clouds and look around in here. Okay, so nighttime fucking video, pretty damn good already. I can see lots of imagery in there. You might not be seeing it yet. Don't worry about it. I'll get it in for you. So this is the moon with atmosphere in front of the fucking moon, okay? This is a nighttime shot of the moon, of a video of the moon coming through. So I'm just going to press play. Is it playing or what? Slow moving clouds? Let's find out. Okay. And while it's playing, I'm going to bring you in some more light by bringing my monitor down. Okay. I'm going to press pause for a minute. Okay. I'm going to start pointing out. Look all in here. Start seeing the imagery everywhere. Now, this is cloud coverage. This is clouds. You can see this with your eyes if you wanted to. Go out during the day or at night, just like I'm doing here. It's at nighttime. So anybody that's going to try claiming that this is in the monitor, this is in the monitor, no. The monitor is only following what it has to follow. It's doing its job. Same thing with the camera. The camera sees the imagery. It's following the imagery. So anybody that's going to make claims that this imagery that I'm pointing out all in here is from the monitor, you're wrong. Look at some of the nighttime stuff up here. You can see in the darkness of night that's cutting out these large images, okay? There's going to be a lot that's going to be happening in here as this is coming through. Also, while I was looking at some of the Trippi Series videos, I might have found some really good body imagery, clear stuff with hands and fingers and everything, Rick, on your series. On the research vids. I was going to go back and make some vids of it. I will do it. I just press play again. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to bring this up a little. Okay, so the atmosphere going by the moon, all the imagery that's in the atmosphere going by the moon, whenever we have these full moons like this, and they have a lot of clouds in the way, and you can't really get in at the moon, I love taking advantage of that. This fucking thing's going to piss me off. And doing these. Just going out and doing these. And I remember the first Halloween that I found these nanocarbon, and I saw all the imagery, I was telling some neighbors about it, and I remember on Halloween, I was flabbergasted that they're all up in arms about Halloween and getting scared and everything, and then they got these really freaky shit coming by the moon for imagery, just like you're seeing right now. I mean, I don't know if you'll end up making it out. We'll find out. I can see it all with my eyes all over this fucking screen. So the only thing I could think of is that people will get sidetracked by the digital effects, the square pixels that are going on. Remember, people, the square pixels have to follow everything else. If anything, they're taking away from the imagery. You can see this better with your eyes when you go out. You know what I mean? So down here, right, coming through the clouds right here. My thing's a little slow today. Eye, nose, and mouth of this looks like it's gonna be. Let me look over the screen. It's human. That one's human, and the one above it's going to be human too. So the other eyes are coming through the moonlight right here now. All lights and shadows, lights and shadows. So, yeah. I should play with my screen a little bit, just for the fuck of it, before I even press play. But let me just press play, and I'll mess with it while it's playing. Let's see. Okay, come on. Hello? Okay, hold on. I gotta get a pen and, hold on a minute. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just tell him to put you down. Mm. Yep, yeah. I know. Rich, I thought his name was Rich. You call him Rick now? You changed his name? Oh. Yeah, same thing with our cousin Richard from Vermont, too. Everyone called him Dick. Yeah, some riches are, some riches really deserve to be called dicks. I don't know too many good riches, really, not usually. Yeah. Yeah, that coleslaw is going to be really fucking good, man. So watch out for that one. The coleslaw. Yeah, nah, go ahead and enjoy it, man. It's I made the no, yeah, but it was a red wine vinegar that I cooked the cabbage in. Usually when coleslaw, that's why I called it a Canadian coleslaw, because it's a cooked cabbage coleslaw. Usually you don't cook the cabbage in coleslaws. Um, And I did that because I wanted to get the red wine vinegar into it. So I got the red wine vinegar into that. Then the next day, after all that was cooked, is when I did the carrots. I shredded the carrots, the celery, the other things I put in there. I shredded all those onions up the yin yang. And meanwhile, that sauce was over there cooking for 2 days. So it was 18 hours to the next day. And then I said, fuck it, before I even make the other recipe, I'll think of something else I can do it. Because I was making oils for the electric cigarette machine, is what I was. It did, but I need to perfect it. I need to get better and better at it. Yeah, I should have followed my own directions because remember I told you before I made the oils, just oil without water, and then you're the one that kept saying put water and I put water in there. But no, it does. It does. The oil gets warm and and the weed will soak up into the freaking oil. That's what I need to do. I just need to use regular oil, not butter so much because I guess I could, but no, I probably would. Butter and coconut oil probably would, but they do turn to a solid. They're room temperature specific, right? So they'll start melting down, after certain things. But um, yeah, no, it's good experiments. Good experiments. They're all coming out pretty good, actually. I like them. Yeah, I mean, I could get those oils, but it'd be more expensive, and also you're supposed to inhale those, I guess, cigarette ones, the tobacco ones. I could buy those oils and just make my oils in that oil. But it would be very expensive to do that, and then you're supposed to inhale that where pot, you're really not supposed to keep it in too long. Remember, we were doing it wrong. I told you all them years. You should just be able to inhale it and walk away, but right, it's unnecessary, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, shitty day today. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, with the coleslaw, it's probably going to be, every time I bring you something, I say this one's going to be stronger. Well, this one's stronger than even those brownies or anything. Yeah, but if it's just for the flavor, they could do it too. I mean, just don't waste it. Those ones, I would say if you want to save a couple of those, if you like them, put a couple in the freezer then too. No, I mean the coleslaws though. Yeah, that's not something you want to leave around too long because it's got stuff in it too. Yep. So, all right, give me. Yeah, the fruit bars or the Fig Newton one. Yeah, I like the fig bars. Yep, they're good. Like you we were complaining that they're a little too thick, but like I said, I would eat them with a little bit of ice cream on the top. Yeah, yeah, I would say just take right because you're used to a Fig Newton doesn't have as much. in it, right? So those ones there, you take one little slice, put it in a bowl, throw some ice cream on top of it, and it adds to that bowl of ice cream, and then you get all the buzz out of it. Sure, make a meal out of it. That's why I say I was dying to get into the salad stuff, you know. I was really liking to get into the salad stuff. Um, no, there was all kinds of stuff going, weird stuff that was going on. Which one was this now? Oh, your friend, your friend? Oh yeah, yeah, no, he doesn't want none that strong. I thought you were talking about the scanner stuff. The scanner stuff. The Dukes of Hazzard were fucking getting chased this morning. What's numbers on the Dukes of Hazzard card? A number 2, right? Oh, you're right. Maybe it is 0. No, it's 2. I don't know, but there was a fucking Charger. There was a Charger being chased 98 miles an hour this morning with the number 2, number 02. All over around here somewhere because it was on my scanner. So yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, and then I forget to tell you too, your friend Tara or whatever her name is there, the drunk one. Yes, I hear her on the scanner every once in a while, but this time she bashed her head again. I think she bashed her head last time I heard about her, but you could hear her in the background, and the girl who was running the phones is like, "I can't hear you over her talking," and the girl's in the background, you know, she's talking over the cops. It was your friend. It was definitely her. It sounded just like her. I know. Yeah, I seen her sober once too at Walmart. I seen her sober. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, I forgot what the other ones were. There was a few things I was. Oh yeah, Jade. Nah, fuck him. I don't care. No big deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's a lot of better ways of doing it. Yeah, stronger, better, all the way around. Mm. I don't know what the hell the cat's crying about. All right, I'll let you go. All right, talk to you later. All right, bye. All right, sorry about that. I didn't want to cut the video down. Okay, let's see what we got here. I should have just stopped the video instead of you listening to my Uncle Stevie's interesting talk. All right, so this is atmosphere going by the moon. So I'm sure the day that this dude did this, it was not this atmospheric. I'm sure it was less, but I have days of less atmosphere going by. Fucking banging with imagery, man. Banging with imagery. Nighttime videos of clouds rolling by the moon. and you can see all this with your eyes. You just have to go look. You just have to look. It's unbelievable. When you go to start seeing all this, you're going to be like, holy shit. And then everyone, I just say that, you know, when you start getting a grasp of these larger images, and because I'm assuming that's the ones that you'll probably first start taking to, because that's what it seems like Rick is going through right now, is a lot of the larger stuff. But when you use your camera as a viewing device, you have to do it at first, and you start going in on the tighter stuff, and then then you'll see it with your eyes, is my point. And then once you start seeing this all with your eyes after using your camera to go in on the tighter imagery, then you could take away all the digital fuckery ideas, like the square pixels that you'll be seeing in the screen. So the square pixels have to follow the imagery, and they don't do nearly as good of a job as the real nanocarbon system. The real nanocarbon system, electromagnetic nanocarbon system I'm telling you about, it doesn't have to do this square pixel shit. And these are squares. These are not triangles. In order to make these triangular pixels, I have to go like this with my fucking camera, people, in order to make them triangular to you. And then, or I have to take my monitor and go like this to make them triangular to you. They're always going to stay square to our perception, to our whatever. Anyways, so back to this guy that did this moon art. I'm gonna keep fucking mentioning him because Rick's got some conversations that he wants to try to have with the guy. So I was saying to Rick, and I want to explain why I'm such a dick about these things, because I don't like being lied to, and I don't need their lies. I don't need their bullshit stories really anymore. We can just see all this for ourselves. We don't have to listen to no one else's shit. So yeah, he did some pretty artwork, but it has nothing to do with what I'm showing anybody. He's got the patent on all of the imagery that makes up the moon. He does have that. That's why I keep saying, if human face coming in real good, a couple of them that are going to start coming in. This is, again, same shit that I'm telling you about. So if that's what he was grabbing there, at the time he was doing this, when he was grabbing, because most of these belong to the moon, is what I'm saying too. He's got good coloration in a lot of them that belong in the moon imagery. And before I even got the article from Rick, before he even sent me the rest of the article, I was pointing out that this didn't belong. This large female did not belong. Her corset did not belong. The dog that's looking over her shoulders does not belong in the moon's imagery, because I can separate the moon imagery. How? By going to any one of these other moon photographs that I have and just using any of these other ones and going in. I'm going to kiss two of these together. Rick was doing these on a square ruler sheets to try to figure out if anything changes from moon to moon. You don't have to bother with the square ruler sheets. You can just do what I'm going to show you, and I've done it in other videos. I can take two different moons, one shot in fucking Canada, one shot in Japan. I take a third moon shot, as long as they're reversed. That's why I got them set up this way. So what I'm going to do, Rick, is I'm going to kiss the two of these together. I'm going to put the light in front of them, and we're going to go line by line, and I'm going to show you. It's the same fucking moon. Same fucking thing. Shot from all over the place. All these different moon photographs are all going to be identical. And whatever's not identical and whatever does not match up and follow, then we know that that was either in the paper, or we know it was in the atmosphere, or we can know that it was in the computer, or we can know that and we can track down wherever it came from in these other places. But we certainly don't want to go along with this bullshit story. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. Even your baby in the womb, they took that away. They took away the baby in the womb thing for you with all their bullshit colors. You had more going on just looking at this for a few days. Just for a few days. And the shadow imagery alone, you already had more going on. And now I'm looking for it right now. And they took it away. I never noticed that before right now. I just noticed this. So that's where your baby in the womb shadow image is from, is right here. Because, I mean, I could show you there's so many thousands of images within images. So they took away images that would have stood out to you right away and added their own version of art or whatever the fuck they want to do. And then some others, many others, they left. Now, I'll mention that because I started to in other videos before. I'm going to use this moon and I'm going to show you some shit in it. One of them's over here. I don't have the light set up for this right now, but I'm going to do it anyways, just for the fuck of it, see how good I am. Testing myself with a dark screen behind me, too. Look at the face. Look at the fucking face. That's in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So why would you... whatever. Okay, so let's see if I can spot it. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Further this way. Okay, so I'm looking for something in particular. If I spot it, I'll tell you about it. If I don't spot it, I'll come back to this later. Because I only noticed it. There's 3 things along this outer edge that I only noticed in this one, this artwork moon, a NASA moon,